Okay, so I want to do.
Now, what is this light that you're using on me? What is is it kind of like the red light therapy the real red light therapy, not just the red light?
See, red light, the guy next door, who he never should have even opened over there. Anyway, that's
another story.
Yeah, it's another story. He's using LED, which is not laser.
Right.
Okay. He's doing, and you look on the door and it says biophotonics. That's LED. He says that it's laser. It's not. The laser is photobiomodulation, and we're doing laser, actual laser. See, LED, the lights go like this; they diverge, right? Laser, all the wavelengths are parallel, and that's why it's penetrative, in what we're doing. This one right here is red and violet. This one is red and infrared. And then I've got another one that has red, green, and blue.
And the light is emitting a frequency. The frequency activates the muscles and the soft tissue.
It activates the cells internally.
Okay.
Okay. As it activates the cells internally, it's stepping up their metabolic rate. And it's activating their mitochondria to operate at a higher level, which that's why the metabolic rate goes up.
Mm-hmm.
But also it has an impact when we're stimulating that in the mitochondria. We're telling the DNA, I need more mitochondria. And if we keep doing it, I not only need more mitochondria, but I need more efficient mitochondria. If you remember the first 2 weeks of practice,
mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden, hey, I'm going. And then coach takes you to another level. And then pretty soon you're going, right? And then you go on to college and you're dying, and then all of a sudden, man, I'm superhuman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And those levels, I call them levels of inertia, right? And it's tough, it's kind of like pushing a piano. It's hard, and then all of a sudden it goes. You have to go through that inertia. Well, this is stepping it up artificially by the wavelength carrying the frequency, and that frequency steps up the metabolic rate. And that's using that quantum mechanics concept.
And then this is going to help my muscles thicken, strengthen?
It's going to, see, when I'm hitting it, I'm on frequencies that are actually going into the nervous system. I am going through muscles, obviously, to get there, but the frequencies aren't at the frequency for the muscle.
Okay.
I'm hitting the neuronal pool in the brainstem, right, for your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hitting the hypoglossal. I'm hitting both sides. They're huge. Considering how big the other nuclei are, they're huge.
Okay.
And it's hitting both sides, but what do? I have you put pressure on the one side, which activates it on that side so that it's getting more impact than the other side.
Okay.
That's the strategy. See, most that are doing laser are just
right.
And in fact, one guy I know, he's got this fancy system, and when you become all mesmerized, it's got these things, and you go, ooh, and I always, without the patient there, I always say, what are you hitting? And he goes, oh, well, it says in this book I need to do here for this problem. And I go, do you even know what the areas you're hitting and why? And do you know the frequency of those areas and how you're hitting them? And he goes, no. I say, that's what's different about what I do. I know what I'm shooting at. I'm William Tell.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what I'm shooting at, and I hit what I shoot at. And everything that I'm doing has the idea of stepping up the frequency so that when I'm doing exercises with you, you're able to do more than you could have done, and the metabolic rate comes up faster. That makes sense?
Yes.
Very good. All right, I wanted to get 10. Any nausea right now?
No. That's such a wonderful thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I grew up with a lot of nausea.
I forgot what it feels like to feel good. My body is, I can feel my body changing. I can feel the energy going through it. I can feel the air going through it. It's like waking up and it's like happy. You know,
Yeah.
it feels good.
Yeah.
It feels like, oh, you know, I can function when I'm right.
Yeah, I remember graduating from chiropractic school and getting out there and actually sleeping until 8 o'clock and getting up and going, wow, this feels great, man. Is this what everybody's feeling? I was so used to falling asleep at the wheel, it didn't even bother me. The scary thing for me, because I deliver paper routes, 1:30 in the morning, and I would fall asleep in a turn. That was scary, because you go to sleep and you wake up and you don't know which cars have people in them, which cars are moving, which cars are not. Where am I coming from? Where am I going?
Oh my God.
Whenever that would happen, I would pull over and everybody would get their papers late.
That's terrifying.
Okay. Which one?
Oh, they're getting strong.
Yeah. Cool. Go ahead and put your fingers on it so that you actually test it a little bit.
Left.
Yeah. So let's go left. Just light touch.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now test it. See if it, and compared to the other side, is that a little stronger?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Now I want you to figure eight on the left with your left wrist. Tell me when you hit fatigue.
It's coming on.
Okay. Down, out and back. Look out here and back. Do that a few times, and when you compare it to this, out and back, which one is weaker? Which one's harder to do?
I think the right is harder.
Going to the right. Okay, that's what I would assume. That's the left brain.
Okay.
Because it's your left Robbins area 8 that throws the eyes
Okay.
in the opposite direction. Okay, and so what we're going to do is I want to compare if you like that better or that better.
The front.
Okay. Right now I have the distribution of red to violet is 80% violet, 20% red.
And this is going directly into my nervous system.
Mm-hmm. Into the frontal lobe.
Okay.
I'm specifically targeting the frontal lobe.
So now if I had one of these lights at home and I just lasered myself all the time, what would happen?
Well, you would hopefully know where you need it. Okay, because just throwing laser creates two problems. One, unless you know where it's needed and what frequency you need to run, to target that tissue. If I'm trying to hit Robbins area 43, which is where you taste, the primary gustatory area, I'm going to have to hit it with a certain frequency. But then I'm the guy who's not only hitting it with the frequency, but we're vibrating at your mastoid and your fingers on the right side. I'm hitting gustatory on the left and rubbing the fingers on the left hand, right? And so at the same time that we're hitting the gustatory area, with the laser.
So this is not a tool you want to buy at home and work on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Save your
Not
$9,000.
yet. Not yet till you write your book on this is one,
Not
this
yet.
is this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, and I do think it's possible, especially if it's something that it's down the road where we know, okay, here's what you need, what you continue to need. Yeah, there you go. That it's kind of like the doTERRA stuff. We use doTERRA in here, and they don't like me much because I'm the guy who's saying, let's start with nutrition, water, oxygen. Let's start with moving a lot, exercise, and then we'll start to look at what hasn't cleared up since then. What is a genetic flaw that we need to supplement? Now we'll start buying some oils because they're going, you have a headache? Oh, here's headache goops, 12 of them, and we're going to auto ship, you know? And if the people buy, a couple of times and then they shut it all down. I go, well, let's figure out the one or two things that you truly need, but the rest comes from nutrition, comes from exercise, comes from family life, and all these different things. So, and this is a tool that could be valuable like that.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes.
All right.
So don't buy that at home.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.